One Pride, what's going on? It's your boy T, back at it again with another episode of Talking with T. And in today's episode, we're going to be previewing the Detroit Lions Week 7 game at the Baltimore Ravens. One of the biggest games in recent history, and we've been saying that every game for the past couple weeks now. When we went to Arrowhead, everyone was like, this is the biggest road game for the Detroit Lions. And then we went to Lambeau Field. This is the biggest game for the Detroit Lions. Last week, we went to the Buccaneers place. This is the biggest game. Now, this is the biggest game. It just goes to show week in and week out, every game has to be taken serious, and this game is the biggest game on our schedule right now. And that's the attitude that Dan Campbell has, and that's the attitude that this team has, and I love it because we're going into every game having the belief that we're going to win this game. And if going into the season, if you would have asked me, what games do you think the Detroit Lions will lose? And I knew I had the Detroit Lions winning 10, 11 games. I knew we were going to be a pretty good team. I didn't think we were going to be 5-1 after week 6, and I'm so pumped with where our record is right now. So going into the season, I had this game against the Baltimore Ravens circled as an L. We all know why. We're going on the road to Baltimore. The Detroit Lions have historically never been a road team. But now we're 3-0 on the road. I think we can go in and play anybody anywhere. And if we just keep playing our brand of football, this could be a win for the Detroit Lions. And I think we could win by 24-21. It all depends on who shows up. And eventually we are going to have that off game. Eventually we're going to have some adversity to us. And we've had a ton of adversity all season with all the injuries that we have accumulated, with C.J. Gardner-Johnson going down for the year, Emmanuel Mosley going down for the year. It's just been next man up, and I love it. David Montgomery going down next week. Let's see how this team continues to respond to adversity. And eventually we're going to show up to a game and not everything's going to go our way. The ball is not going to bounce our way. How are we going to respond to that? And I think we're going to respond very fine. But there is going to be a game where we do lose a game. We're not going to go 16-1. But when we get to that point, all I ask from our fan base and all I ask is that we realize that the season is not over. We just got to bounce back the week after. That's all it comes down to. And this is going to be a tough battle. And how are we going to beat the Baltimore Ravens this week? We got to, you know what? The first thing you got to do when you play the Baltimore Ravens is contain the former unanimous MVP Lamar Jackson. And you could hear from all the haters. You could hear from everybody else, oh, he doesn't look like the same Lamar Jackson. It's still Lamar Jackson. He's still Houdini back there. One of those runs last week that he had against the Tennessee Titans, he's scrambling. He jukes out the whole defense. You got to contain Lamar Jackson. If you keep Lamar Jackson contained in the pocket, you don't give him scramble lanes, we keep him in the pocket, let him beat him with his arm, God bless him. But he does have weapons all over the place. The rookie, Zay Flowers, I got him on my fantasy team. He's been very streaky. There's been games where he's going off, and then there's games where he falls off. Odell Beckham has been banged up. He's back. You know Odell's a stud. You always got to prepare for the Odell Beckham Jr. And then they got Mark Andrews. They always got a powerful run game. They always got a solid offensive line. They're just a tough team. It's like a spitting image of the Detroit Lions. You look at the Baltimore Ravens, they're going to play good defense and they're going to play solid offense. It's just what the Detroit Lions look like this year. The Ravens have been a standard. The Ravens have been good year in and year out, and I want the Lions to get to this place as a franchise where you're just feared no matter who you play, no matter who you got at quarterback. You're just that organization. That's the type of organization I want the Lions to build up, and I feel like they keep this trajectory, they're going to get to that spot. But the Baltimore Ravens are just always a physical, sound, defensive team. And you know they have one of the top defenses this week. It's going to be like Dan Campbell said in his speech against the Tampa Bay Bucs. It's going to be another one of those games where the offensive line feels like they're just banging their head against the wall. That's what it's going to be like against the Baltimore Ravens. It's going to be who wants it more. It's going to be banging each other. Who's going to stuff the run? That's what's ultimately going to come down to. Which defense shows up? Is it going to be the Baltimore Ravens defense that shows up? They got Roquan Smith, who we all are familiar with him. He was on the Chicago Bears. The Chicago Bears thankfully decided to go for Tremaine Edmonds and not Roquan Smith. So I'll thank him for that. But Roquan Smith is playing at an all-pro level like he has been for years in the recent years in the past. So he's a stud. He's playing better than Alex Anzalone. It's going to be a defensive battle. Like I said earlier in the video, man, it's a spitting image of each other, man. Good offense, good defense. Good defense, good offense. Special teams, Justin Tucker. That would be so heartbreaking if we come in and we're playing in Baltimore so tough and then Justin Tucker hits another game winner on us. We got to get revenge on that from 21, man. That's what I'm saying in some of my recent videos where I'm like, go back to my 2021 videos about the Detroit Lions. I was saying the Detroit Lions were all in these games, and then look at the talent they had. Now they got the talent, and now look what's happened. We're 5-1, man. Hopefully we're going to be 6-1. Even if we're 5-2 and we're coming in Monday night against the Las Vegas Raiders, it's going to be fun. I'm I'm so pumped with how the way this season has gone so far. Let's keep it rolling. And this is the toughest game the Detroit Lions got right now because it's the next one. You're going to have to stop the run. You're just going to have to just make explosive plays. Make more plays than the Baltimore Ravens. That's all it's going to come down to. Win the turnover battle. Because like I said, it's a spitting image of each other. The Ravens are good on defense. The Lions are good on defense. The Ravens have a good offense. The Lions have a good offense. It's going to be a fun game. It's going to be a battle. And let's go win it. One Pride signing out. It's your boy T. I'll see you guys in the next one.